And welcome in. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and your virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what are you having?
Oh, you guys know me. Some Tito, some orange, some cranberry juice. Mr. Nick, tell the people what you're drinking and our 3 things for the show.
I'm drinking something different. A little Coke from McDonald's here. A little caffeine to get us through, Nikki. Because we are in night 2. We got 2 title changes and 2 major returns, and Randy Orton punts on Cody Rhodes and Pat McAfee. We're reacting to WrestleMania 42 Night 1 and previewing Night 2 on Sunday, April 19th, 2026. This is the Nick Club Wrestling.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
To the 3, to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's let it go. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in, everybody. Happy Sunday, fun day. If you're new here, smash the old like and subscribe. If you're a regular, you know we love having you. Nikki, we got regulars in the chat returning.
Talking about returns.
Chester, welcome back in,
Hi,
Chester. Lisa, bringing all the believers.
Hello, love.
And Joe Ho.
Oh gosh, starting already.
Just wait. Nikki. But
again, Merry Mania to all that celebrate.
Yes, Merry Mania.
Merry Mania, Night 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I know, I'm excited. We got a lot to get to. We're recapping Night 1, at least the major moments, and then previewing Night 2. Oh, take you on a musical journey, Nikki.
Oh God, help us all.
Get ready.
I think I liked all but one song. You from Monday or Friday. So
yeah, so that's a good. I have a better approval rate than Triple H right now in his creative, so that's a plus.
I mean, the standard's not that high, babe, but you're doing great. Great.
Exceed expectations. That's the goal. But Nikki, a lot to get to, so let's get right into it. But before we start, maybe a very special edition. Because we don't normally do that. Of my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody's favorite segment, Nikki's non-kayfabe news.
I just want, because we have so much to talk about and to go over and discuss and debate, but I did want to slip this in because a lot of times on Nikki's news, we don't talk about the best things or we don't have good news. So I said, Nick, we got good news. We need to celebrate it because we were speculation station all day with her. Her music hit last night because you can't have WrestleMania without the EST. And her and Montez are pregnant. She's pregnant. She's having a baby and I'm so excited.
Yeah, slip it in is a perfect choice of words, Nikki, for this. You had to slip it into this segment.
Job it. I know we need some, again, with everything that's been going on and Bill, hi Kat, my love. How are you guys? But yeah,
welcome in, everybody.
We need good news every now and then, and this I'm so excited for them. And also, Dawkins' wife is pregnant, so that'll be cute. That's cute that both of the tag teams, their wives are pregnant at the same time. It's very excited, and we heard her music hit, and I kind of said to you guys, I was like, she's pregnant.
Yeah. When she was walking down the
She
aisle,
was
you
walking
said
down.
the
I was
same
like,
thing,
she's
yeah.
pregnant. But and then like Naomi's, they're all having, and it was like going back to watching like the Stephanie McMahon Hall of Fame thing, and a lot of people on the red carpet was, I think it was like the Bellas, and then Becky kind of echoed it. It's like, when they started, like, no, there wasn't mothers, and now it's just, it seems like a healthy environment back there. They're all bringing their kids on tour, and they're kind of like this little family. So I'm excited for them.
Yeah. So now I jokingly said at WrestleMania, but wouldn't be that surprised. WrestleMania 2028 main event is Naomi versus Bianca Belair with the babies in each corner.
Oh God.
And Montez Ford and whoever the other
Jimmy,
yeah,
Big Jim. That was the whole joke that Naomi got Big Jim.
Yeah, just making a mixed tag with the babies also in the corner.
In the corner.
Yes.
Safe. That sounds real safe.
And the heel will have an au pair that interferes, and that's how the heel will win.
Okay. Anyways. Any Hooters, but she was glowing. We're all happy for them. So get it.
Nice, fun Nikki's news for once.
For what?
Just kidding. All right, Nikki, let's get into night one reactions.
Okay.
Because, well, real quickly on our picks, we were tied. 4-3. Because we did split.
I do have this.
You're still champion's advantage.
Still champ. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm 7-8 for the year. You're 9-6. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we still got 6 more to pick tonight.
Yep.
But let's get to it because the cat's out of the bag, so to speak, because the surprise that we all saw coming after she re-signed on Friday, Paige has returned home. Nikki, Paige has returned. What are your thoughts?
I'm super happy for her. She looks great. She seems in a great mental space, health-wise and mental-wise, just like, I'm excited for her. I love to see her back. I want to see her wrestle. I feel like we were excited about her going to AEW and like, oh, we're going to see her wrestle. And I think she just got so lost in the shuffle there.
Yeah.
Like they put down the belt on her. She had it for a little bit, then, dropped it.
And what could have been? She had so many more. And now, especially as they're building up the women's division AEW. Yeah, she could have done so much more there. But yeah, there's so much. I thought about this too, is that like with Paige's return, like I said this last night when we were watching, I think there's a bigger return than AJ Lee. Like I'm way more excited for Paige returning than I was for AJ Lee comparatively. Like I remember more about Paige as a superstar than I did with her feud with AJ. Like I know it was kind of like AJ kind of passed it on to her, the title, and like all that stuff. But like Paige just took the torch and just ran with it, I felt like. And like to me, you can run back, and we'll talk maybe after it's about AJ Lee, what's next with that. But you can run back that feud. Love to see her again matches with Becky, like this current roster, not to even mention this current roster of young talent that she could work with. So it's really exciting in her return to WWE because I think the potential, the opportunity here, obviously the roster in the women's division is way more loaded. So she has much more to offer. So I'm very, very excited.
And I think we need to remember how young she was. Like she's 33. She's still younger than half the she's younger than Charlotte and Becky and Bayley and Natty. And like she's only 2 years older than she's 33, lives 31. It's just like I want her to actually be able to wrestle and have the new crop.
What's Charlotte's age? Was she?
Charlotte just turned 40 like 2 years ago.
You could easily put her.
Yeah, so, and then I love the callback to PCB. And then him having the stare down, I don't know. I want her. I think the issue with AJ coming back, it was just her and Becky for 7 months, and then she had the one-off match with Bayley, which again they only put her in there with Bayley because I feel like it's either Bailey or Natty. Like the two people you can put anybody in the ring with, and they'll, take care of them, protect them, and all that stuff. I want her. I don't think this is going to be a long reign. I know people are upset about it. Again, I think they're going to give them this moment, and I think either Backlash or Italy. I think they'll drop them. But then I want her to go and mix it up with people. Like AJ didn't do that, and I'm hoping that Paige, we do get to see those matches.
Well, Nikki, I know for every PLE, you and I get one moment.
Yes, this was my Big Nick energy moment. It's just like the crowd reaction when she came out. And then the same thing. She came out in her little hoodie and she did her little skip, and then she forgot how to skip. And it's just like, it's just good news. And it takes me back because again, when I left this, when I came,
Big Nick energy.
Like I previously didn't watch for a while, and then when I came back, and it's like again the women's thing wasn't great at all. Then you did have AJ, and then when you started seeing the NXT kids come up and like Paige coming up, I was like, oh, like that's my girl. Like that's what wrestling needs to be. I'm like, I needed that girl when I was watching when I was 10, 11. So I'm so happy to see her back. And she's home. I hope again staying healthy all the way around.
So are you? Yeah, I mean, I guess you're all right with this reign. Yeah, it seems like it probably will be kind of a.
Yeah, I think they got their moment. And again, I think for the Bellas, it was supposed to be Steven, stop it. Stop. Steven. I think it was supposed to be like a thank you to the Bellas that they finally have a tag division. For better or worse, I know people will shit on it. These belts are on TV every week. You barely see the men's. This is going across both brands. You have legit tag teams, even though it seems a little thrown together. But at this point, Charlotte and Alexa have been together for a while. Nia and Lash are great together. Bailey and Lyra make sense. But it's all getting time. The Kabuki Warriors,
Yeah. How do you reflect on, I guess, real quickly, as we move on from just this match, the Irresistible Forces, like their tag title run? You think it
was a little honestly short, but they'll get it back. I think they'll drop the belts back to them.
I love the Demolition.
Oh, they looked phenomenal. They were so good. Like they came out when they panned to Demolition, and they just looked so cool. And then they took the helmets off, and they fixed each other's hair, and I was like, no. I famously don't like Nia Jax. I think we all know that, but I really like her and Lash together a lot. It makes so much more sense than her and Tiffany having them like a tag team, having this dominant, and they come out like as a united tag team. I think they'll get the belts back. I think they'll have a couple more runs with the belts.
Yeah, for sure. So you want to stick with the ladies?
Why not?
So
wherever you want to go.
In the
take me on a journey, babe.
One of our losses that we agreed on was we thought that AJ Lee was retaining, and Becky Lynch 3 times she's now.
Yeah, which is crazy. But I really just wanted to run back the moment when AJ comes out, and then you could have that could have done worlds for a Sol Ruka or somebody. But again, if
she literally defended the belt once.
Yeah, so I'm if you're gonna put it back on Becky, and then Becky can actually defend it around other people, or do you maybe do that moment with Sol Ruka anyway, and you have just switch out what I thought AJ would be, and then AJ can be like, haha, or Yeah. I think looking at
I wonder if AJ is just gonna be a part-timer, or where she's headed from here, because I don't know. It's really bizarre because I thought giving her a decent run.
Yeah, I feel like I wanted to get her away from Becky and to do something else with the belt, but that's not going to happen. I guess thinking about it now, there's more. I guess if AJ really can't or whatever she does, now AJ seems more like a part-timer. So I rather than have the belt on Becky and then Becky can, actually have it on TV. Have it, defended. You could drop it to, a Sol Ruka, a Roxanne Perez. And you could run it back with Natty. I want Natty with that belt. Bloodsport's not going to be a thing anymore, so we need Bloodsport and Natty breaking bitches' noses. But But I guess there is more of an upside for Becky to have the belt. I don't really know. I don't know if I love the Jessica Carr stuff. Are they going to have her wrestle Jessica Carr? She is a wrestler on Evolve. She wrestles in a mask. Calyx.
I think that's happening. I think it's definitely happening. Because
she dropped the belt.
And because now I think they prolonged that feud with the way that the match ended with the turnbuckle, which touche to them for at least keeping that in the storyline, keeping that story going that way. And if that's how they're going to get to, I hope they don't make that the SummerSlam match.
Becky and Jessica Carr.
Yeah, I hope they don't. That's not what they're aiming for. But
that's a Raw match. That is not.
I know, but I agree. Or maybe.
Okay, so are they gonna acknowledge that this is Jessica Carr, or are you just gonna have her not wrestle as Jessica Carr?
She wrestles as Jessica Carr.
What I'm saying is she's wrestling in Evolve under a mask, under a different name.
Yeah. But you don't have to you don't have to acknowledge the same thing. It's like El Grande Americano. You have to acknowledge it's person. It could be Chad Gable. So that and also Evolve. I don't just like NXT. I don't associate its main roster.
Yeah.
Completely different association. Jessica Carr that's how she's known main roster. That's what I think it should happen. But I don't know. Yeah, it's surprising because I wonder. Is AJ Lee now going to just be a part-time?
It just because they did the backstage. I don't know if I saw that was the post show or I just saw it on YouTube or whatever. But basically, Jackie Redmond was interviewing AJ and she was making it sound like she's done for she should have known that Becky was going to do that, but she's proud of the fight that she put up and she needs to get evaluated by medical and she's going to reevaluate what's going to happen next, basically. So yeah, Bill's saying also in the chat, it sounds like she's going to be out for a while.
Yeah, I threw it up in the chat or in the poll just to see. It seems like so far early on, conflicted.
And then also,
majority is thinking
she's
that she's a part-time.
Then you also saw online when Becky was walking up the ramp, she grabbed Rue and she walked up the ramp with Rue and she just looked so happy. And I was like, oh, again, the little baby.
Yeah, I mean, she had, AJ Lee had the kids.
Oh, that was
also he was like, fuck them kids, you're not going over.
That was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. All those little AJ skipping down, and then you saw the one that freaked out and ran back to Gorilla. Oh, and then they skipped by her and she was it was like a mom and her little ducklings. Oh, I loved it. It was really super cute.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fine. I know people are bitching about, so this is the problem. So apparently doing the maths, all 3 women's matches were about 8 minutes, 8 and change. If Becky and AJ went more than 10 minutes, I think the internet would also freak the fuck out. I think Liv,
within your limitations, you have to also
because people complained about was the Elimination Chamber match or also the WrestlePalooza match that went too long, and people were complaining. And it's it's too long. I think Stephanie and Liv could have went a little longer. But I'm just y'all complain if they do a 20-minute match and it's too much. And
you sound like Mikey, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all complain.
But it's I think as a whole, I think we'll get into that.
Hour and 34. Yeah, if you wanted there wasn't a lot of bell-to-bell wrestling.
No.
For sure on that end. It was definitely sure. I expect, there's one more match tonight, so expect that.
No, there's one less match tonight.
Oh, one less, yeah.
It's 6 tonight.
That's true.
Unless they do something, or I want...
Yeah,
exactly. Steven, I hope we get a Danhausen segment with John Cena. He got the blimp. But I digress. But no, I think it was fine. I think the women's matches were what they were supposed to be. I don't think it was going back to Charlotte Rhea that had the 23 or whatever minute match. That match needed to have, because it was her redemption and they had to go back. It was that story needed that. The 4-way tag and AJ and Becky didn't need a 25-minute Tekkers. That's not what that was supposed to be.
That'd be interesting.
Oh my god, that would be so aggressive.
That blimp was flying very erratically, which I thought was kind of funny. I'd be would it be funny if he was controlling it? But it would be interesting. Nikki, because we'll go back to the women's main event in a second. But from Becky Lynch to her husband's match, where we saw the return of Braun Breaker.
That's where you're starting with this?
I'm
just gonna.
well, I don't know. I mean, I just thought it was.
No, what?
I mean, the surprise. I'm surprised to no one. I think we all thought he was going to happen, but I don't know. I thought that was a pretty big moment in that. I mean, it was a great match.
Well, that's what I'm just
gonna
say, because people shit on this. I thought match of the night. To be honest, I mean, people might say Drew,
oh yeah, for sure.
Drew Jacob, and I have. We'll get to that if we get to that. But I know. I think that the camera, the first spear, the camera fucked up, and the second spear. I just think he was tumbling. He went to go tumble before he even was close enough to Seth, so Seth had to go down. But if we go to the match first, also, if you could tell me what Seth was supposed to be, I don't know. But
I think it was a Mortal Kombat character.
But then I don't remember Mortal Kombat
I think
character.
it was like
that
one of them recent.
Was it
like
Smoke? Was he supposed to be Smoke?
Maybe it's Smoke.
But Smoke was more ninja-y. Like he was just.
He had smoke on him, so maybe that was Smoke.
But I'm thinking like wasn't okay. I don't want to go down Mortal Kombat lore here, but it was like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and then Reptile and Smoke. They're all the same. Like
fair point.
But I don't know. I just like again. I just started off and just like just like kicking each other. Like I kick you and then I kick you, and then like it escalated to like lariats, and it's just like I thought this match was so good. I don't know. Again, matching the power bombs.
They're arguably the two best wrestlers in the world in WWE for sure right now. So you knew they were going to put on a great match.
And I'm not going to pop when he does the suplex into the Falcon Arrow. I'm never going to pop to that.
But I will admit, I do love the setup at the end to Braun Breaker showing up. Like he hits him pedigree on the announce table, then he hits the stomp on the announce table, so he's just out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great moment for Braun Breaker to show up, right? And this is where I think we get to the spot where Braun Breaker helps out and essentially is the reason that Gunther wins. And this is going to be the botched deal between Heyman and Gunther. And this is what's going to eventually lead towards the Brock Lesnar Gunther match. I think that he wants to have an arrangement, right? Gunther made this deal presuming he was going to have an arrangement with Heyman. And then now Heyman gets back a healthy Braun Breaker, and he's going to use this as his excuse to, hey, I don't owe you shit, and move on. So we could see it's possible in August, maybe. It's possible in between Braun Breaker, maybe after SummerSlam, but we might see a Braun Breaker Gunther match somewhere in between at one of these PLEs coming up. But I think this is going to be the catalyst to the moment where now we see this Brock Lesnar Gunther match. And I think Braun Breaker's going to be somewhere in there. I don't know if he's just going to be a guy who gets a couple PLE matches in between SummerSlam, or they save it for post SummerSlam as like, hey, this should have happened. I don't know.
Right. I think again, something that they had to constantly pivot with this match. And I think the backstage segment between Gunther and Heyman, I feel like that's all you needed. It's two of the best that they have going out there and having the best match of the night.
Yeah.
And then I have the roll up into he popped out of the crucifix and he went into the sleeper. Like that pop up move was great. Like, I don't know. I feel like you're just focusing on Braun Breaker, and I thought the match.
Well, I know. The match itself was great. I love the match.
I just think it's so funny that everyone was like
the Falcon Arrow, the buckle bombs that he was able to do on Gunther, because Gunther's a much bigger guy. He's lengthy. Like, it was great. I just think, like, again, you know me, like, I like the storytelling and the drama, and like where are we going story wise from here, and how does that all interact with this match that was put together 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, but again, incredible match. But Stephen wrote, Gunther will have to go through Braun to get to Brock. I wouldn't mind a Gunther Braun match, but I think it's too early for Braun to lose to Gunther, unless Seth comes and costs him, and then that's how you also kind of build. Because I think SummerSlam should be Braun Seth, and then Gunther.
Because you only have Backlash and then Clash, so you have those two PLEs, and then there's nothing.
There's a Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah.
I don't know what
you can argue whether that's a PLE. Or not.
I don't know what the
and how do you yeah, like, is it enough time to give them multiple matches and like build up Breaker's return and allow him to have a little bit of like doubt with a loss? You know what I mean? Like momentum, lose a little bit of momentum with a loss. I don't know.
Sneeze, don't sneeze. I don't know. I think
It'll be interesting.
I just wouldn't want Brock to lose so early.
Braun, not Brock. You said,
Sorry, yes.
oh, yeah, don't do that Freudian slip.
No. Breaker. I have to say Breaker. Breaker.
And who would be the faces? And I would say Gunther.
Oh my God! Don't even. Who?
No, Gunther's turning face in this.
Does he have? No, I would think Brock has to turn face if it's a retirement match.
No.
If they're saying that,
I think people want to spread
Lesnar versus
I think
Gunther.
people will welcome. Maybe I.
Don't you dare. But I don't know. That's a long way to.
But, yeah. All right, Nikki.
But match of the night, Seth forever.
Fair enough. Well, what will not be nominated for match of the night, I know by Kat, is Liv Morgan winning the women's title, and you correctly predicted this.
I did.
My
You
Vaquero,
don't bet against a Jersey girl. You don't do it.
my Vaquero with Dom. I still could see that happening down the line, but didn't happen at this
Stop
WrestleMania. But my Vaquero Dom theory didn't come true.
No one wanted that. No one wants
Yes,
Stephanie.
they did.
No one wants.
Sean was with me on that. Sean was totally with me on it.
Ugh. Sean's
At least
drinking your
one person.
Kool-Aid.
I know. Hey, listen. Got one. All it takes is one.
And it was what it was. Again, I'm glad Liv won. I don't know if she feels a little off because again, her face is still busted.
After that performance, I thought she'd like
Again,
her intro. I thought she'd
got-
be gassed, and I was pretty impressed with like you're not gonna have a 20-minute match, especially after doing all those gyrating and jumping around, dirty dancing on the stage, having the time of her life.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll mix it to that dirty dancing.
I know, girl loves her some Britney though, and I'm here for it. I don't know. I think
George Kittle got more drinking time.
yeah, facts.
I mean, yeah.
Facts. It's
He
like
just needs to retire.
it's a
and
family
come to
show,
wrestling.
and they constantly just pan to George Kittle pounding beers. I
Mm.
love it. I don't know. It wasn't the best. I just feel like they're them brawling, but it felt like in the ring they didn't have chemistry.
Yeah, I mean this feud in general kind of felt like that. Like
No,
everybody-
I feel like it
at
had more
points.
than anything else because they, it's like, all right, well, it's like we had different upbringings, and she was like basura tu madre, and sorry, Mikey, and then just like then they just brawled, and it was just like, oh, all you do is sneak attack me, and then Stephanie just kept sneaking attacking her. I would say there was more of a build up. Again, she won the Royal Rumble, so we had January till now. It's more of a build up than feels like Rhea and Jade can. That there's nothing there. This felt there was something there.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they just didn't have it in the ring. I feel like Stephanie felt like a little sleepy to me. Like in her, when they announced she's the champion, I feel like she's like dead in the face. I think she's incredible in the ring when she has like a better part. Like,
well, how do you out through
like
that? How do you
her
reflect
Iyo-
on her run? She had 200 days. as
200
champion.
days, and I was like, oh, that long?
So she's I'll just pull it up on Cage Match here. So let's see. Defeat Raquel for the defended against Raquel, Nikki Bella.
She was a
Raquel
defending
time.
champion.
Yeah. Just seeing if she had like signature wins though along the way. Nikki Bella would probably be the biggest one along the way, and that's why I kind of said like I don't know, put her up with Dom with the belt because then now it would have flipped the script a little bit on her reign, keep that going.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't. They need to do something with her.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what's next. If I like not that she needs a mount, but I like to maybe
I don't know.
with her.
Like, I know they're not, again, so who Bill said it in the thing. That'd be pretty cool if they Raquel and Roxanne went with her and be like a heel. Like, I don't want to be like a you and be like, everyone needs to turn, but like, maybe does she need to turn heel? Maybe a little bit edge. I know they don't do the drafts anymore or shake-ups, but like, maybe put her on SmackDown. Maybe put her, like, have her chase Rhea as a heel. Maybe that would be cool and interesting. Like, I just feel like she needs a something.
Fair enough.
But again, I know it wasn't the best, and it makes me sad because, you know, I want to put women's wrestling up here, and I know this wasn't, but a Jersey girl won, and she's the greatest of all time, and I love her.
Quickly before we get to the main event, again, every PLE, we have our Big Nick energy moment. Just to touch on it, because it technically opened night one. The iShow Speed match, I thought he performed as good as expected, and he took a big shot, big chance, and it looked good. His frog splash, modified frog splash, whatever you want to call it, or just a
this is like that's a crossbody.
Yeah.
He turned.
Yeah.
So it seems like more of a crossbody.
But to me, of all the moments in the night, like, you know, the Jacob Fatu Drew match was what it was. Disappointing. I thought this was a bigger moment, so this is my Big Nick energy moment.
Real quick, and then we can.
Yeah.
I just feel, because I feel like last night I feel like I was real negative about Drew Jacob. And I was like, I want this backlot brawl. I want them to brawl everywhere. I want you to be out on the streets. I want you on the strip. Popcorn machine. And they never left the ring. They didn't even brawl into the crowd. It's like, what is this? Then I think, to me, maybe they said unsanctioned. And I wanted to, in the backyard,
backyard block.
No,
Hollywood backlot brawl.
There you go. There's too many. It's too many words. But I just built it up in my head so much that when it happened, I was like, ugh. When we rewatched Mania this morning, and the match was fine. Like, it was fine, and I think I would have enjoyed it so much more if it didn't have. Again, they put each other, the car crashes and windshields, and they fell off the trailer thingy. There was just like everything leading up to this was so much more brutal than what actually happened. And
I was all along the watchtower. Like, they fell off a tower. Like, how do you do that? And that's what I worry about with tonight when we get to with Oba, Femi, and Brock Lesnar. Like, what's next? But
it's like, again, I'm watching it back, and I think it's just like, I just feel disappointed because I thought it would be so much more. Like, watching it the second time, I was like, the match is fine. If they just called it like a Sin City street fight or a whatever Vegas, whoozy watsy. But I just feel like
violence.
Yeah, I just feel like they put
violence in Vegas.
I just think they made it out to be such a bigger thing that would actually happen. Like, they didn't even brawl in the crowd. I don't think anybody brawled in the crowd. Unless they're saving that all for tonight.
They might be.
I don't know.
There might be spots tonight like where I think Punk Roman goes with the crowd tonight.
Yeah.
Too. But
no,
we'll
Bill, agreed. Jacob winning was the 4,000% the right call. I just wanted it to be a little more.
To some extent, Lisa. To some extent. But Nikki, one last match to get to. It's the main event.
Oh God, kids, let's all hold hands.
So, what are your thoughts? Because technically, Cody Rhodes is still our WWE undisputed champion, and which means that Pat McAfee technically has to go away.
I mean,
go home. But Cody did not look like a champion at all by the end of the night. You want to talk about the match or first?
Did he shit in Ari Emanuel's cereal? Someone in TKO really hates Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, baby's selling you a lot of merch and bringing a lot of eyes on here. And then he can't get a decent WrestleMania build. He can't leave Mania great. Like, it's so, I hated Pat interrupting Alicia Taylor was disrespectful. And then it's just, I just feel like we never got on track. We never kicked into gear.
I hate the like, he's an asshole manager. That's what he should do. But like, he came out with the polo on. You're like, where's the RKO everyone shirt? Like, it felt weird from the start that something was up. And then, like, immediately, which I thought this should happen later in the match, but okay, Jelly Roll comes out and essentially helps take out McAfee early on in the match before the match even really essentially begins. So McAfee gets carted off. Apparently, doing an elbow drop hurts Jelly Roll more than it hurts anyone he does it on. Because this is kayfabe where I don't understand. Like, how does he drop the elbow on the guy, and the guy who he dropped the elbow on gets up and can come back to the ring? Like, where's Jelly Roll? He should have ran back later in the match. Like, the fuck you are, right? Counting the 3, right? Like, I
think there was a lot of people are like, well, why did the guy that got injured never? The guy that got injured came back, but the guy that did I don't know, maybe he fucked up his elbow because literally those tables are supposed to collapse. And he like legit broke it. You saw like wood, like.
Oh, I must have. Yeah, I might have missed the contract pad sign.
Yeah. Also, girl.
Good catch, Cat. Yeah, so that's fair. Yeah.
I don't know. But like his Nick Patrick cosplay.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started on that. But then he comes out towards the end, like he's gonna try and count the 3, right? Heel fashion, which I don't even know how that would count because he's not really a referee, but I guess they would count it, right? Yeah, Joe, yeah. So doesn't count the 3, and for whatever reason, I guess because he's unhappy.
Well, Cody kicked out, so it's not like he like tried to fuck over Randy.
Yeah,
Cody
just naturally kicks out on what would have been the 3, and gets an RKO for his troubles. And it seems like I use the term. He's like, he's kind of like punting on both.
Can we just circle back though? Like, so Cody hit Randy in the eye. And then he thought Cody teleported behind him, so that's why he RKO Charles Robinson. Yeah. Like, that didn't make any sense. This doesn't make no sense. It's just like, was someone supposed to spin with
Cody's super fast from filming Street Fighter that he could get behind him
like what
in that amount of time that
you got poked this way, so you're RKOing that way. Like, I don't I can suspend my disbelief, Undertaker's a dead zombie magician, but like I don't okay. Yeah. And then I feel bad. Is he trying to do like the famous Charles Robinson run? And then he's doing the rundown. He's got the Nick Patrick stuff going on.
Yeah, Cat's throwing Alistair. According to PW Insider, Alistair Black was supposed to be in the spot that McAfee took. And Steven, that's why I'm confused. That's right. Yeah.
No, so apparently in all a lot of the shots of McAfee and Randy, you see Alistair Black in the background. Like when Jelly shoved Pat, like when they were talking outside, when everyone was going to Aldous and was like, "Where's Pat?" Alistair Black was in the background. So I think there was something supposed to be to it, but I think probably TKO was like, "Who the fuck is Alistair Black? Let's shove a celebrity."
Even though Alistair Black knows MMA, and I think pretty sure.
And the poor baby was
like a black belt or
something. The poor baby was in the Dre. I was like,
but yeah, so I kind of like this moment here. To me, is just so not that I want to see Pat McAfee around forever, but to me, this was very quick. So I'm just going to quickly
just like abort.
Yeah. Do you think this moment, this turn, was too fast for this to happen? And I'm just kind of throw it up and pull in the chat here because to me, the booking of this was just bizarre. And then as we get to the end of the night, was even more like Cody shitting someone. So you're like, you're the reign champion. You're not going to reign tall except for that one moment where you finish your story. But yeah, Nikki, do you agree that it was just bizarre?
It felt weird. I feel like they were like, again, I don't know what they were thinking. Did they really think that we would be like, oh my God, Pat McAfee, I can't believe Randy's been like, I feel like they thought this was going to be the coolest, biggest thing. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Again, if you're just watching this through a WWE just wrestling lens, you have a commentator coming back and talking to you, the 14-time Randy Orton saying, remember her, like, is he Mufasa? Like, remember who you are. Like, what's happening?
Nice
It makes no sense. And then it's just like, all right, well, people really don't like this. Let's just RKO ourselves out of here. But I think the damage has been done.
It could be. But yeah, well, the damage was done at the end of the night because now Cody Rhodes gets punted and presumably he'll be out of action for a while. So we'll see what's next. The chat actually says not too fast. 56% said it was not too quick a turn. So they're okay with it. I think everyone just wants it done with.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I don't know if they really thought like McAfee would really pop the world, and I don't think it did. I don't know. Again, I feel like as much as we are hardcore wrestling fans, I feel like sometimes WWE is not for us.
Yeah, fair. So, Nikki,
yes,
put a bow on night one.
Night one.
But if you want to talk about it, we'll open up the phone lines in a bit and get to it there. Any reactions from night one? But Nikki, let's head into night two because there's 6 more matches on the card, and we're just off the strip. So for half of these contestants, it's gonna be, let's just call it the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I ever known. Don't know where it goes.
We brought you back here to entertain the 30 to 40-year-old virgins that live with their mom and dad. You peep! That's the biggest moment of your career!
On the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps, and I'm the only one, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone.
I'm gonna have a match at WrestleMania. Just you watch. And you are just a buck-toothed nepo baby who ate dog food for a weird old man.
I was led to be. He will meet his end because I am the one.
Nikki,
Yes.
let's get to it. Night two.
Electric Boogaloo. I have every time you say night two, I have to. My body has to say it.
Battle of the Zebros, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Steven. But let's start with the ladder match. JD McDonagh, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, returning Rey Mysterio, I should say. Rusev Day.
One of these things is not like the other.
And all competing against reigning champion Penta, who wants to defend against all comers. So give me a minute here as I throw this one up in the chat. But Nikki, what are your thoughts on this match?
I think it's going to be real fun. Again, you got 5 high flyers, and Rusev that basically is the one that's going to be throwing everybody around.
Yeah, he's the base.
Basically. Again, I know Kat and I talk about this all the time. We're not supposed to like JD, but we like G. I'm glad he's on it. I don't think he's going to win. Dragon Lee is getting the blessings of AJ Styles, and he's throwing out that Styles clash. Not mad at it. He's not going to win. Javon Evans, I don't think he's with us, boys building baby furniture, but Ed's the first one that shouted out Javon Evans. He was at DPW. He's like, you got to watch this guy. He just went to NXT.
Ed's favorite.
And so he was like, he liked Javon before it was cool to like Javon. Again, the baby's 21, 22.
He's going to have a crazy moment in this match.
He's going to do something.
I know the comparison with Kofi Kingston and all that stuff, but I mean, the height of which he gets is insane, and you throw him on a ladder. Right. I'm super excited to see what.
I have a controversial take, perhaps, because where Javon is
controversy on this show.
I know, scandal. I think Javon's a little more leaps. There's more of a head of Kofi because I feel like, again, they gave Kofi this shitty Jamaican accent, and then they really had nothing for a long time, and then I feel like the New Day, like him being with Xavier and Biggie, then his personality came out. So for so long, I feel like he was just again, good wrestler, great moves, no personality until he got to the New Day. I feel like Javon out the gate. I know he cut the promo on SmackDown. And he's like, I don't understand a word you just said. I was like, oh, it's like talking to our 13-year-old niece. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm just like, he has so much more charisma and like energy, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm more kind of invested in him than I would have been like an early Kofi.
Also, I would have loved more. Like, I don't get like I know Rey Mysterio was a high flyer. At his age, I don't need to see him in the ladder match. Like, I'd rather see Rey Mysterio Penta 1-on-1. Like, I would have like for the belt or by itself. Like, give me that match and throw somebody else into this.
Yeah, could he still get beat up?
Guy or
could he
whatever.
get beat up? And then you could have. I know we were talking Ray Phoenix, also in the armbar, poor baby. Do
Like
you
Aleister
get
Black could have been in this match.
Vikingo? Like, or does he get? Couldn't you have Aleister Black come and beat him up? I don't know. I guess I joke about Rusev, but I also feel like Ray sticks out here.
Yeah.
But it's like we just want to get to Ray versus Dom.
Yeah.
You didn't need him in this match. I feel like it could have been Ray Vikingo. We could name a bazillion people. Aleister Black that could have probably taken this spot.
So, Nikki, ultimately, who we got?
I'm going with the champion, El Romero, Penta. Again, his kingdom is in the sky. His kingdom's in the ladders. Apparently, back the powers that
You're saying he's like a bird and he's comfortable in the sky?
Here we go, that bird. No, I love Penta. And I really like this reign. Again, a champion that's on TV every week, maybe not defending every week, but he's defended it a lot.
I love it. Yeah, like give me. I will admit that's not the prediction I'm going with today, but I do love the idea of that the Danhausen blimp steals the belt. Like, because someone, I forget, we were talking about in the chat, raised the idea, and then like it came to the conclusion. I was like, oh yeah, well, why doesn't Danhausen use the blimp and just steal the belt? Like, that would be perfect. But yeah, like then him defending it would be interesting. But it's the Intercontinental title, so I feel like they're not
right.
Gonna do something like that.
And like Bill, I see you, but again,
by the way, Nikki, 71% of the chat agrees with you that it's Penta.
It's Penta.
But I only didn't want to write out everyone's name, so I put Penta, Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, or other. So
did anyone pick another?
Yeah, 29% picked other. Nobody's going with my pick, by the way. Which is Javon Evans.
He's gonna be incredible in this match. Again, he's 21. It's his first Mania. There's plenty of time to put the belt on him.
I think they're going to put the belt on him right now.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah, no, we're going to go at it all night. We're bringing the energy.
But
I got all this caffeine in me. I'm ready to
go. I know.
Sugar.
We should have got. I encouraged you to get a soda because you were sad. I was like, just get a soda. Your body needs the caffeine, and now I regret it.
So I guess, yeah.
But Bill, I see you, but I'm just like, does John?
He's like, Danhausen in the blimp. That's what he wants.
Does Dom and Ray need the belt though? Is it like
no?
I don't know. It needs dirt.
I like Steven when threw out here like the mask eventually, like when
when he gives Dom the mask. Like I don't. I feel like Penta or JD or obviously Javon can do more with that. I don't think Ray needs the belt. He's already been IC champion. He doesn't need this.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right, Nikki.
Did Steven just put a Sugar Ray quote in the chat?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, no, that's Sugar Ray. That's I Just Want to Fly.
Yeah.
Steven, I fucking love you a million. You know I do.
Just want to fly. Oh my god. Oh, if he wins, that might have to. Steven,
that will be the
Steven
song.
Might have been your contribution for the week in the production department in this channel. Oh man. So we'll see. But Nikki, yeah.
I think it's gonna be a fun match, regardless. Again, ladder matches are always fun. Maybe it could be like maybe your boy does win. Like we didn't predict Zack Ryder winning it last time.
Yeah,
but he's also dead now, so maybe you couldn't. It should have been Matt Cardona. Maybe Matt Cardona beats up Rey Mysterio and enters the match.
Maybe. All right, Nikki. Let's move on from that match. It's gonna be on the pre-show to another match. Well, it's
pre-show.
Steven threw me off. Steven. But another match is gonna be on the ESPN hour.
The first hour is live on ESPN.
So
just
Nikki.
Yes.
You know it's ESPN, and they're gonna have a crossover.
The
So they went
ESPNs.
with Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi. So let's catch you up.
You peak! That's the biggest moment of your career! Because at WrestleMania, you're gonna be beaten! You're gonna be taken to Suplex City! You're gonna be F5! You're gonna be victimized! Oba Femi! Damn it, you will be conquered! By Brock Lesnar! Brock Lesnar is scared of Oba Femi! He's afraid of Oba Femi! Because I am the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, the mountain that you cannot climb. And I will win at WrestleMania! I will defeat the beast! I will slay the beast! He will meet his end because I am the war! I have always been the war.
Nikki, time marches on. For whom the bell tolls. Let's see. What are your thoughts and predictions on this match? Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar.
Again, I said Oba really has done nothing for me. Like in NXT, he wasn't my guy. I think his promo on Monday, I feel like it's the first time he's really. Again, everyone loves his little walk, and everyone wants to yell at Oba. But him cutting the promo back at Heyman, I feel it was the first time like he gave me something, and I was like,
Yeah.
Again,
I was surprised at what he's grown on me a lot.
I'm like he's. You know, I want him to be like Lyra. Lyra, I was like a dumb old bird lady, and I'm like, then I really got on her board, and then she's fell off. But I'm just like, I don't. That's the thing. I personally cannot root or cheer or endorse Brock Lesnar at all. But it seems like Brock is invested. Again, him coaching Oba to put his foot on his chest, and it seems. If Brock is into it, it's going to be good. I bring this up all the time. If it's bad, then it's going to be him and Ambrose Mox all over again. I don't see him putting Oba over, but I can't pick him, so I'm going Oba.
It should be pure destruction because you saw in the package, like he just tackled him through a table. So and they've beaten up every security staff member for the last
3 weeks.
Yeah. So like the problem I have is this is like essentially opening the show. How do you have all this destruction? Like the same thing with like that's why I thought the Jacob Drew match should go out and just last all night, because how do you have all this buildup and destruction and then nothing happens? Like you need to have multiple tables, like the announce tables need to be destroyed, barricades, like things like that. And it's hard to open the night and then reconstruct, like that way, and then reconstruct the whole set around. I know they rebuild the sets fairly fast, but you know what I mean? Like you want to have a lasting impact on the match. And with the amount of aggression and violence they've had in this feud already, it's hard for them to equal that level. Same thing happened, I think, last night with Jacob and Drew. So that's what I really worry about, is how they're going to go from there. But these are two tremendously athletic guys. So I think there's going to be some crazy feats. Now, I think someone said in chat a while ago, I don't know if he can still do it at his age, but like Brock Lesnar doing a shooting star would be something insane.
No, he almost died against Kurt Angle.
Because Kurt Angle went too far. It's Kurt Angle's fault.
How dare
Reese is in the chat anymore. It's Kurt Angle's fault.
No, but I feel like, I don't know, I lost it now, but people are like, does a squash either way hurt the other person? I think so. I agree that it'd be better later in the card, but again, Brock is either first or last. That's very famous. I don't.
Anderson won't be a squash. It's opening on ESPN. I'd imagine Oba wins and Brock shows respect.
And just like they haven't. So he had the match against Cody that got the interference. Then at Rumble, who eliminated from the? He didn't. I forgot it. Like Cody.
No, LA Knight
and Cody got rid of Brock, but who eliminated Oba?
I
don't.
Was it? Yeah, I don't remember him. But the other thing is, like, I'm gonna throw this out here just because I love my crazy tinfoil hat theories. But
No.
because Heyman mentioned on Raw, he's like, there's always a spot for Oba Femi. Could Heyman pull a Heyman and drop Lesnar for Femi? Because he did it for the Big Show at one point in time, and he's always looking for what next. Now he's joined up. Well, he got Braun Breaker back. It'd be an interesting dynamic.
No. All right, so Bill is saying it was Brock that eliminated Oba. Thank you, Bill. So I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Oh, no. Shop, you're trying to build this dangerous alliance, and it's not happening. You're making me cough. I want Heyman to stay with Braun, and that Oba doesn't need a mouthpiece.
Well,
but I don't know. It's whatever Brock his mood is tonight. I feel like is what's gonna happen.
So Nikki, who you got?
Again, because I will never pick Brock Lesnar ever in my life, so I'm going Oba.
You're going Oba. The whole chat's going Oba. And you all think Oba's going Oba. But I don't. I'm going Brock Lesnar, ESPN's boy. I think Lesnar's getting momentum back tonight.
Again, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, again, if we're getting to him in Gunther, like there has to be, then you can't lose here. But I don't want him to win. But again, if it's not a squash and it's an actual, like, give them 10 minutes. Yeah. I think 10 minutes or 8 to 10 minutes is the number of the day. Have them actually go back and forth a little bit.
Yeah. No. I don't know. I think Oba can wait a little bit on the victory. But Nikki, you know who else is somebody I think is going to wait? Sami Zayn. I think Sami.
I'm rewarding you with the ultimate spot in this business. Trick, I'm giving you a match at WrestleMania.
Whoa! What news, gingerbread? Trick Williams is going to WrestleMania. Let's talk about it.
We're talking about WrestleMania, right? Look, championships need to be defended. This is valuable real estate. You guys are momentum. And look, I'm sorry, but look, unless something changes, I don't have a spot for you right now.
I'm gonna have a match at WrestleMania. Just you watch.
They call me the anointed one. And favor ain't fair. I'm gonna beat your ass at WrestleMania. Let's talk about it.
All right, Nikki. Jackson did not like that song.
Jackson did not like the song. Mama loves that song. But I think we should all hold hands right now.
And say
and 1, 2, 3. Whoop that trick. Trick's winning. I know what Bill said that if KO comes back, I want to see him in something better than with Sami Zayn. I know that sounds terrible, but right now I'm like, But again, I say this all the time on this show. I say it with me and Kat. Push your babies. Push your young stars.
Push that trick.
Push that trick. Oh, baby, you're
Push
so cute.
that trick.
I think he has this, the kids say, the aura and the presence about him and his lemon pepper steppers. Like, again, maybe I'm being a little bit of you here. Gonna put on my tinfoil hat. Apparently, Trick tweeted Gingerbread Man. Triple H retweeted it, and then Stephanie, when she did her heel acceptance speech, called out Sami Zayn for being a B+ player schlub. And I'm just like, he looks the fucking part.
Yeah.
Like, against comparison, like he's like what I feel about Jade. I was like, you have the look, you have that aura, but you're awful. But he's like the opposite of that. You have the look, you have the aura. He can talk on the mic. He's fine. And I don't see him having a 6-star classic, but he's fine in the ring. I think he's someone that you could put that belt on and then go into a program with Melo into SummerSlam.
You talk about Melo. Does he get involved?
He's too busy making commercials with Cody Rhodes. That's the
He's
weirdest.
drinking too much weed.
That's the weirdest commercial I've ever seen. That Cody Rhodes walks into a tent or a canopy, and it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Carmelo Hayes drinking together. But Mello has a mule mug, and then Hacksaw just has a solo cup. It's just like, what is happening in this fever dream of a thing? I'd rather him not get involved. Again, I don't think this needs really anyone to. I think you're gonna have maybe something from Little Yachty.
Well, he did get screwed at a Romania moment, so I'm like, does he find his way in? I loved Cat's theory on Friday, but it didn't happen where he wins the Andre and found his way in. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, he got screwed, he's got a little history. Does he feel that some kind of way that he gets involved in it? Maybe. I don't know.
I'd rather him chase Trick into SummerSlam. I think for me that has more.
The only other thing I'll ask is because he's been getting booed, and WrestleMania season tends to have a little bit more of a hardcore fan base. Is Sami Zayn better as a heel or a face?
To me, he was all heel on SmackDown. When he was like yelling at the poor little gingerbread man, he's like, "No, don't do that." And he's like, "No, your hands or your hips is worse. Go over there. Get out of here." And I just it reminded me of when he was that heel when he had the match with Johnny Knoxville at Mania. Like that kind of cowardly chicken shit, but like really funny heel.
Yeah.
Like that, there was the seeds planted in there. I'm like, just make him that sort of heel again and then do something else and then Trick and do something.
Yeah, I thought him having the belt, like, I thought he should have just spiraled for a while and gone on this losing streak, and him having the belt was kind of weird.
But again, I know Kat disagreed with me on Thursday, but I feel like I'm hoping Sami is just there to give Trick a little more clout, a little more credibility, because if he just beat Mello for it and they didn't really build it like they should build it, but him beating Sami, who is a veteran at this point, multi-time IC champion, tag champion,
it gives him
US champion,
legit
credibility, and I'm hoping that's why he's there. I think Sami beating Trick would be really the bad call here.
So you're going Trick.
Going with that Trick.
I agree with you here. I think Trick's winning as well, and we're going to have a new United States champion. The chat majority thinks Trick, but there is a minority that does think that
it's small Sami contingent.
Yeah, small.
What he called them on something on Friday. He was like the hardcore Sami fans. I think that's what he called them.
I don't know.
No, Sami said he was like, I guess because people were like, oh, Lisa. The ebbs and flows of Sami, like they should have struck while the iron was hot with all the bloodline stuff. I know you didn't want to break up Roman's 4,000 day reign, but like him beating Roman, I think would have been the most beautiful baby face. I think maybe even bigger than Cody at that point. Like I think that we all would have erupted.
He had the Daniel Bryan like pop.
Yeah,
and like we're like, oh shit, like he's gonna go over to Montreal, right?
He's gonna
go. If he goes over here, it's a big moment, but it was too close to WrestleMania. I'm like, they're not gonna do it.
They should have.
And then Cody kind of came back in, and you're like, are you stealing some momentum from other people? I don't know, but yeah, it seems like we all, for the majority, agree that we will have a new.
I know. Again, I'm just so excited. Like, Sami had his run. Like again, push your babies. I think Trick is that right person to come in. I know Kat and I debated like, is this going to be a double turn? And I'm you and heel and face hurts my brain. Don't touch Trick. He play your Christian thing. He is perfect just the way he is. Don't touch him. Put a belt on him.
I don't need to change a thing. I am perfect just the way I am.
And that's to me Trick. Like don't do a weird double whatever. Just let him be him. Just let him have that belt and come out in his mink coat and his lemon pepper steppers and cut promos. Because again, everything that we like about, again, Bill saying bye-bye gingerbread man, gingerbread, ginger snap, ginger rail, like all this stuff of him shitting on Sami is why we're like, that's our guy now.
Yeah.
And don't strip him of that. So I'm a
little that trick. Push that trick. That's what our new slogan on this show is. But Nikki, from what could be a new United States champion to the former Intercontinental champion, Dom Mysterio, taking on the demon Finn Bálor. And Nikki, Finn didn't cheat, but he was still a traitor.
I made a lot of bad decisions. Perhaps the worst decision I made was thinking I could make a man out of Dominik Mysterio.
For the way I heard, yeah, you talked to her when we were together. Loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. God, I wish that you had thought this through before I went and fell in love with you. When she's sleeping in the bed we made, don't you dare forget about the way you betrayed me. 'Cause
Never feel so.
Little
right.
Olivia Rodrigo. We're getting a little hit. We're getting
We're so
not exactly
Brianna
Javon
would
Evans
be-
hit, but we're getting there.
Brianna would be proud.
Mm.
Oh, I wish they didn't introduce the demon. I want that to be a surprise.
Well,
don't-
this is. I should put it up
Oh,
real
put it
quick
up.
because Chester threw it in the chat. This is now a street fight made official, so I'm gonna count that. Which,
Why? Okay. Just so the whole Judgment Day can get involved.
yeah, 'cause-
I mean, like, they helped Liv. Is Liv gonna come out and that's or just Roxanne turn because they were having that talk before Stephanie gave her the goose egg that she was like, I know, like Dom, I know that Finn brought you in, but you understand, and like that a thing. So could Roxanne turn and go with Bálor?
yeah, but I feel like the demon shouldn't have friends. Like when he's a
Agreed.
demon, he shouldn't have a friend. Like,
I don't know. I don't. This is hard. So I always say, like, who needs this more? And I feel like Finn needs this win more, but I also don't want to see Dom lose because I feel like everyone loves Dom Mysterio and like the receptions that he gets. And
but he could take a loss.
he can, and that's what I'm predicting. But I don't know. This match, I feel like it has probably one of the most history builds up. I mean, if you won't go. I don't know if you follow Finn on Instagram, but he like showed like all the it was like 19 photos of like when they first joined, how it was before a mustache and a mullet, how such a baby he was, and through all the photos of like, and he cut that promo. It was like, I was your stepdad, and now we have to put you down. So it's just like this to me has probably the most build. Again, maybe you can say Punk, Roman, but out of the other 5, I feel like this has the most history build. We thought this was going to be maybe last year or last SummerSlam or
a lot of the cards, like a lot of the nights is like the mid cards, the storylines are there, and like I'm more excited for the mid card than I am, and this is probably the match I'm most excited for night 2.
Yeah.
Because again, the build up between this group for the last 3 years has been together and been waiting to see what would happen and how they'd move forward. And now we get like we've seen all the hints, like the puppets in the background with the demon, and now we finally get this. So
well, Andrew brought up is Dom still cursed? I don't know. Very evil, very nice.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking this might. The ladder match is going to be great. Well, now I don't know if they're going to make this a street. No one wants to see
the
Pagan.
Wyatts.
No.
Yeah.
We did not even talk about that. Alexa Bliss's outfit. She looked fucking beautiful, but as a moth, the Bray Wyatt moth, and had it on her back, and then Alexa came out as Charlotte was a butterfly. I wanted her outfit and her coming out with Lily. I'm like, I want this so bad. Lift that group up and make it fucking better. But I digress.
Yeah, Nikki. So who wins?
I'm going Demon. Finn needs this more. I feel like Dom can bounce back, and I feel like if a whole group turns on Finn and then he loses, where the fuck does he go after that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. So I agree with you. And the chat, we're all in agreement here. Unanimous got Bálor. Now watch Dom's going. Because I think last night we had a couple.
I wouldn't be mad if Dom won, but I feel like where the fuck does Finn go? Finn needs this. Finn needs it more.
Yeah. For sure. And like the demon needs it the most. All right, Nikki, from a fun match to one I know it's going to be tough for you to talk about. Jade Cargill defending WWE Championship Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley after this whole charade after Rhea won the Elimination Chamber. Nikki, Rhea refuses to.
See the end through dying eyes. Now the dark is pulling closer. Show me where the promise dies. Take the fall and rise to heaven. All is lost again. But now I'm not giving in. I will not bow. I will not break. I will shut the world away. I will not fall. I will not fade. I will take your breath away. And I survive. I'm paranoid. I have lost will to change.
Nikki, your prediction, by the way, people like the music.
I know you've been killing it this weekend, babe.
I wrote it myself. That's how I did. No, it's all over the place. I don't know.
No, that was a Breaking Benjamin song that Nick
I will
finds
not
all
have
the
it.
again because we're at the bar. So at a bar, you find your cover bands. So all Nick's music is probably 95% all covers that he finds on YouTube that we use.
All over the place. But I may not do research on wrestling, but I do a lot of work on production. So that's kind of, you get a little bit of storytelling here, a little bit of everything. You know how that rolls.
You know, I haven't drinking yet. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
A little bit of sarcasm too.
We're very heavy on the sarcasm around here. Nikki's news. Bianca is preggers. Then everyone was saying Jade's holding the belt to get to Bianca. Well, we're not going to get to Bianca for a very long time now because she's making a human, and then she has to take care of the human. And Jade can't wrestle and she can't talk, so I want to go Rhea Ripley. Put her on SmackDown, shake up that roster, and have a good heel chase Rhea. Jade needs to go away. Going Rhea. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people.
Bill's got an interesting encounter point. I like this one. Iyo cost Rhea by accident would be my prediction, and then Rhea cost Iyo against Asuka.
That is a lot. So wait, Iyo.
Well, I don't think that.
Iyo cost Rhea by accident would be, and then Rhea cost Iyo against Asuka.
It's probably like later. It's not happening at WrestleMania, right? They didn't book that match. Oh,
No, apparently that's supposed to be Backlash.
Yeah, so
I don't.
Maybe
am I? I don't. I'm also sort of over this weird sexual tension relationship between Iyo and Rhea. I'm kind of over it. I want that's the match I want to see is Asuka Iyo, and I don't want Rhea Ripley to get involved in that.
So, we talk about involvement because Bill put it in there. So I guess what are they calling them? The new faction, Bishan.
They've been saying baddies.
Yeah.
So Corey Graves has been calling them baddies.
Do Michin and B-Fab get involved in this match? Because they got beat up in the back, which they didn't really show. But are they?
I don't.
Do you see them maybe returning to help?
I
Jade?
felt bad for Mia again. And then she came out walking her dog out of the elevator, and she looked like she couldn't walk a dog, and it made me very upset how she walked that dog. So she's dead to me now. So I don't care about either of them now. So if they can come out and Rhea Ripley can stomp them, then fine. You know how I feel about certain people should not have dogs, and if you don't know how to walk a dog, take care of a dog. it makes me very upset.
Mm.
Now, I'll get off my soapbox now about dogs, but I was very offended.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see them coming out, and then does Iyo come out to help Rhea? And that kind of plays into.
Do you really want to see Jade continue? Then who? All right.
Well,
Rhea,
that's kind of the question. So, like,
there's nobody.
Are we willing to give Jade a year plus long reign now? Like,
no, like have
I
Rhea
don't think so.
have Rhea win, and
I think
then
she makes
like
it sometime max.
I would hate that. Have like Jordan Grace is healthy again. Have Jordan chase Rhea. Have I love Kiana James to face her. Put Stephanie Vaquera on SmackDown. Have that like build up that women's SmackDown. Like honestly, the SmackDown women's division is not great. I think it needs. Again, they have the people. Like I think Jordan Grace is incredible. When Chelsea Green is healthy, she's incredible. I really like Kiana James, but like Julia, I really don't give a shit about. I'm sorry, guys. I know that's gonna hurt some feelings.
Yeah,
but it's just like that women's roster desperately needs something, and I think put the belt on Rhea, get some fresh people in there, and have them chase Rhea. I think the experiment with Jade is done.
So, Nikki, who you got?
I'm going Rhea. I think I made that fairly obvious. I think I made that fairly obvious to her. Wouldn't that be a turn? We're like, well, we got Jade. No, Bianca just showed her pregnant belly to the whole fucking world. And I'm so excited for her. But then there's no reason to keep the belt on Jade because Naomi's not going to be back anytime soon. If she just had the baby within the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So she's going to be gone for a while still. And then obviously Bianca's going to be gone. There's no reason for Jade to have this belt.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No, I agree. The chat, let's see. The chat's at, majority saying Rhea. I tend to agree with you on that. I don't see. I thought it might be a squash because of the way that like they put this group together last minute and the way that they were going to kind of take them out one by one. I thought it was going to be working towards a quick squash, and I still think it might be the first. Well, so now the first hour on actual pay-per-view, which is really the second hour, but.
Oba Brock has to go longer than if you want this to be a squash because we can't have 2 squashes. I mean, they might. We've only had.
Well, I think Brock is going over. You have my pick, so I think this is the squash.
Okay.
All right.
See what I put up with?
Because I didn't listen. She claims I'm not listening, but I think I'm just making good points.
Any hoosers.
Sometimes it's just like a miserable deal in this business, and sometimes this wrestling business, Nikki, as we get to our main event, is also a miserable business.
Now I'm gonna bury you. And then you won't be all alone anymore. Because I'm gonna bury you next to your father.
We brought you back here to entertain the 30 to 40-year-old virgins that live with their mom and dad. Brought you back to maybe draw a house in Chicago. We all know the truth. Every second you get, you're bitching and moaning back there, and they cannot wait to tell me every time that I come around.
And your tools, well, they're store-bought, and they're hand-delivered, and they're like you. They're plastic. And you are just a buck-toothed nepo baby who ate dog food for a weird old man. I want all these families to come and watch me stand on Roman Reigns' throat at WrestleMania.
Nikki, what are your thoughts?
I don't think you know the lyrics of that song.
I know the chorus of that song, and the chorus
he's
got him where he wants him.
Yeah,
it's a miserable business. Unbelievable.
Okay, any hoosies.
Nikki doesn't like the song selection.
I like that song. It doesn't fit for this.
Yeah. See, he's on board with it. Dan,
right
in the chat, do you agree? Disagree? I think it's a good theme. Taking you on this musical journey along the way. Nikki,
no,
poo-pooing it.
When I thought he was mine, she grabbed him by the mouth. I waited 8 long months for her to set him free.
Yeah.
I told him I couldn't lie. He was the only one for me.
That's not the part I'm focusing.
No, but that's what you
But
like.
if they're focusing the cuts, unbelievable. We're not discussing production because you don't show up to production meetings.
You're here.
We've
This is
discussed
why
this
I
already.
jumped.
So let's discuss the actual match. What are your thoughts? Roman Reigns, CM Punk.
I worry because last night was so shitty. The main event. Is this going to be shitty? I trust.
Pat McAfee's.
Oh God, he might. I think I'm hoping this will be better. I have more faith in the two of them to make this better. Again, if you have Roman Reigns coming out of somewhere, again, the most main events out of anything ever, this is what CM Punk wanted to main event. And I'm not saying he didn't main event. Again, I don't want to shit on night 1 versus night 2, but this is WrestleMania Sunday. This is what I think Punk wanted. That I hope it's not going to be an interfere fest. But I want my champion to be on TV. Punk comes out every week. He's had great matches, him and Finn Bálor in Belfast. Like, I don't want this Hollywood backyard brawl to take the belt and not be on TV. And he did that thing with Michael Cole, and I was like, oh, well, then is he winning? Because he had that, when he told Michael Cole if he doesn't win, then he's done. And then people are saying they don't know, people are saying his contract is up, and WWE's being vague about it because they want all of us weirdos to like talk about it. To me, I want my champion on TV. I want CM Punk to be on my TV saying, isn't it great to be alive on a Monday night or what?
Yeah, you want a full-time worker. You're
I
not
do.
Into the whole part-time.
No. And I'm sorry, his wife is a part-time worker. But I'm always a full-time worker. Mama has 3 jobs. Just it's big. I can't. It's also not to the same level, but I also cannot. I just can't pick Roman Reigns. He's not my champion. He'll never be my champion.
He does need to film season 3 of
That's not gonna happen.
I
It
know,
makes
that'd
me
be great.
sad because I was like, I love that show so much.
Roman. Yeah, well, so the other thing is, like, because some of the promos back and forth, and there's been, like, weird, like,
Oh, the
feel like
Monday
there's been
one
hints towards, like, a Punk dipping in a little bit to the heel.
that
Could Punk turn heel? I don't know. Would that make it interesting in the main event? Like,
what
would that
be,
interest you in the main event if Punk, not like an Austin, like joining up with?
I lived through a heel Punk. That was my favorite. But Punk again, you and fucking faces.
I think Punk is best as a heel.
So if again, you can do with like him or Cody or Trick or whatever. Just because you're now labeled a heel, I don't think you need to change about what. Then what would you change about his current presence so you in your brain know that he's a heel?
Well, you need to start shitting on the audience, shitting on I love the straight edge society. Like, he was shitting on the, like, when he was doing straight edge society, he was shitting on the audience all the time. Like, I'm better than you, all this other stuff. Like, that's what I think honestly, then right now, the whole vision would have been better with CM Punk.
So when
than
CM
Rock.
Punk and Logan Paul to be friends.
No, I don't want to say that. But I'm saying, like,
That's
I think but the idea behind the vision and what that could have been, I think CM Punk could have led that. Yeah. I think you
right now the vision is Theory and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Again, I don't.
Well, yeah, you can tell me Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, especially couldn't benefit by being with CM Punk.
Yeah, I don't want him to come out and shun the crowd. Like, that's also a trope that I'm like, eh.
Yeah, but you got to. That's what the heel does.
What your heel does?
I need a reason to boo you.
You were in 1982, and when someone comes,
my pea brain.
I know you're pea brain. When someone comes out and is like, "Well, the New Jersey, you smell," and you're like, "Well, this guy needs to die," and I'm just like, eh. Stop it!
Real extreme. This guy needs to die.
That's what you are, and I can't. My brain hurts so much from you
needing
this.
Ricky and Ethan. Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Actually, wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm
excited.
saying. Like, put a group with them.
I just don't. The thing is, I don't want the heel to come out and be like, "You people, give me a different heel." I hate that the trope is so old, it's so 80s, it's so done. And be like, and Randy was doing that. He's like, "I'm not doing this for you people. I'm doing it for these 6 people in the front row because that's my family." And it's like the crowd still cheered. I don't know if the "you people" chants and like Pat got away with it because people genuinely think he's a piece of shit, and it's like, I don't want you on my TV. But I don't think CM Punk coming out and be like, Boston, you suck. But he's already done that 4,000 times.
No,
Give me
but
something
he's
different.
good with his words. He could be better than Boston, you suck.
All right, well, I'm just saying, give me something different than a "you people."
Luckily, CM Punk doesn't need you to be Brian Gerwitz. Who's the guy, the Rock's guy?
Brian Gerwitz.
Who, by the way, asked Danhausen to uncurse the Mets. Since then, the Mets, I think, have lost 7 games in a row. Because they lost like 2 or 3, and he's like, uncurse them. And then he's like, yeah, you're uncursed. And they've still lost 7 in a row.
Because it's the Mets.
So, but Nikki, we got Punk, we got Reigns, we got.
I'm going again. My shirt. I'm going CM Punk because I will never take Roman Reigns. I can't do it. There's some people I will never do it for.
You won't acknowledge your tribal.
I will no. I acknowledge our tribal cheese.
Acknowledge
Miss Bailey cheese.
Acknowledge me.
But I can't. I won't pick him. I don't want to go back to the champion not being on TV. And Punk can lose it to someone at Backlash or Paris or whatever, Italy. I just want my champion on TV. I don't think I'm asking for a lot here.
That's fair. Well,
thank you, Kat.
The chat. Cat in the chat.
Cat in the chat. Thank you,
Chat's
babes.
divided. We got 50-50. Exactly even on Roman. But I agree with you. I got Punk.
And I'm really worried that you're agreeing with me and Roman's going to win and I will cry.
It could be.
I just want my champion on TV. Again, I don't need it to be CM Punk specifically. Again, he can lose it. I just want my champion on TV. We've had too much of the Brocks and Romans not being there. I want my champion being a rating defending undisputed.
There's quite a bit from the inept creative team.
Am I?
Well, yeah, Nikki's very.
That's fine. Babe, I'm fine. We're fine. Fine.
Well, you know how you feel about creative.
From the bottom of my heart, man to man, fuck your story.
No, I don't. I don't think we're seeing The Rock tonight, kid.
Yeah.
We're not gonna happen. I don't want to see him.
Yeah, no, I can't see The Rock showing up, but yeah. You just never know. I mean, there's been surprises, so.
But because Kat's saying Roman's gonna win because Orton lost, so then is Jade gonna win because Stephanie lost?
That would be an interesting.
I will cry. Either I will cry at both these matches.
Yeah, it'd be the. I mean,
Yeah,
an interesting swerve.
we're gonna have a lot to talk about next week, babes.
Oh yeah. But Nikki, it's that time. Open up the phone lines. You ready to see what everyone's drinking, what they're thinking about WrestleMania Night 1 reactions, Night 2 previews, thoughts?
Yeah.
We want to hear from all of you.
You call me.
Yeah. What is your thoughts? What do you want to see?
What
What are you
you're
excited
thinking,
for
what
tonight?
you're drinking last night, tonight, where we're getting, what we're doing,
Yeah.
where we're going.
We're going roads. We don't need
Where
Cody
we're going, we
Rhodes.
don't need roads. I want to throw you in the back of my DeLorean and gun it to 88. And that's a quote from Knocked Out.
Yeah, I know.
Nah.
But
But leap up.
all right, Nikki. my Blondie, I need you to do it. Hit the snare.
Bing bang.
Let's get to some comments.
I know.
here.
I feel like I've been
Way behind in the chat.
I've been slacking in the chat today, and I'm sorry. You guys coming out and showing up, being
Chester
awesome.
said earlier in chat, like the homage they did to Demolition at the.
Oh yes. I thought that was so. I'm also no. The one no. The one just seems like a sad little grandpa, and I just want to hug him. Not
one?
no, hugging me. Not is it Bill Eadie or is it the other one? And his name is not coming to me. Not the one that spoke first. It's the other one. I'm gonna say it wrong, but he looked just like a little grandpa. And then when they panned to him,
Axe? Darkseid? I think he's.
Barry Darkseid, yes. He's the one that looked like a sad little grandpa when they were at the Hall of Fame. And then when they panned to the crowd, when Nia and Lash came down, they panned to him and he like smiled like he was just like a happy grandpa. Like, those are my girls. He just had such grandpa vibes. And I was like, I want to hug him immediately.
You think they told him in advance and got like approval?
Well, like, why would they? I'd assume there have to be, for approval for them to do the gear. No, because WWE owns it. But I think
No,
they would have to know something was up if they put them down in the crowd to do a thing. And I think honestly, Nia and Lash doing that kind of homage was the right tag team to do it. Obviously, going in as champs, being like the bigger, more imposing gals in the match. And again, they fix each other's hair. I really love Nia and Lash together, and I think they will take the belts back off Brie and Paige.
They've done a lot better than what I expected. Like it's hard to book two like bigger athletes like that. Like same thing with like natural disasters, where like I feel like in today's like authors of pain, right? And like they were hard to. Some of them were just really hard to book against other talent to make anyone look credible as opponents to them. So I feel like that's what I worry about with a team like that. Because even Demolition, they were thick guys, but I don't think that like either of them were like super like gigantic.
Again, I
like
think
6
it's just
foot,
like
7
different.
foot. It's like almost like when you had like Brothers of Destruction, an extreme example, but like it's hard to book tag teams that are like smaller against imposing characters like that. Like Nia and Lash are just Lash, they're just so much physically bigger than the.
Then you can do the whole David versus Goliath sort of.
Yeah, but you only do this so much.
Well, I don't. It's.
They missed some comments.
No, Bill just put.
Bill. There we go. I got a question. Your thoughts on Stephanie coming out last night? It was a bit disrespectful to AJ. What do you think? So AJ being the not the headline. Like he was the penultimate. He was basically
AJ closed the show. You didn't fucking watch it. It started with
wait. Oh, you mean? Oh, I thought you meant. I think no. Last night.
Oh, last night coming out for Hall of Fame last night.
Yeah, I read that right. I think your thoughts on Stephanie coming out last night for Hall of Fame last night, and I thought, last. Yeah.
Because he said she was the headliner the whole time. And I
Yeah.
honestly think AJ does not give a shit. I don't think he cares if he walked out 30 seconds before Stephanie or not.
No,
I don't think he
no,
cares.
but that, I mean, we put it on Friday show, like who's the bigger headliner? It's tough to say, but I think in WWE,
it's Stephanie.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
sorry. I love
as much
AJ
as-
Styles.
yeah.
I wish he was still wrestling. I wish he had a match at Mania. I wish he had some better matches at Mania. But I think maybe disrespectful, maybe too harsh. Again, I just don't think he cares. And again, who comes out 30 seconds? Me.
All right, Nikki, go on the line. Bring him in. He's always here. Kick it off.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Steven. Steven, you gotta go full screen again.
Yes,
Steven.
I felt that was appropriate.
Fair enough. Steven, what are you drinking? What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm drinking a lot of tea and a lot of water. I woke up with some chest congestion today, so a lot of Coricidin, a lot of cough drops.
Oh my goodness. You feel better, Steven.
It's been a fun day.
Yeah, definitely feel better.
So, we'll see what happens with that. All right. Where to begin? Actually, you know what? Here's where I would like to begin. With some actual complaints. First of all, if you're a wrestling outlet and you actually took the time to rate the Bianca pregnancy announcement segment, and not even just that, but give it a so-so grade, you can fuck right off.
Yeah. Who? Name, Steven. Who the fuck did that?
Oh, I don't. I just saw something that they gave. Some outlet, one of the major ones. I don't remember who. Not Meltzer. Not Sean Ross Sapp. I don't remember who. I'd have to look it up again. But they actually gave that a C+. It's like you shouldn't rate this at all.
Yeah, no, fuck off real hard because your probably dick has never been wet in something like that to get a girl pregnant. So fuck off hard.
And then well, here's where it gets a little worse. All right, if you don't like creative lately, that's one thing. But like, if you actually take the time to get on Twitter or Reddit or whatever and wish that the heart attack had taken Hunter out or express a desire to run towards him with a magnet, you can double fuck right off right there.
Yes. It's just that.
It's
as someone who lost their father to a fucking heart attack, that's real fucking disgusting. And again, people need to fuck off real hard.
That's just, it's not. I really hope alcohol was involved in both of those cases, but like, Jesus, man, you don't have to like the decisions made, but God, just relax.
Yeah, be good to people. Don't attack. We talk about
that's been our theme. It's just like we can disagree on things that happen in the ring, but when you take it out of the ring and make it personal and make it gross and wish bodily harm on people, that's where we take a stand. Again, this is supposed to be fun. Danny Helen has a blip. Like, let's have fun with this. Like, it obsessed me.
Like the lyrics say, there ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy, there's only you and me, and we just disagree.
Yeah.
And that said, I kind of liked the picture somebody posted that they put like a sponsor logo on Bianca's stomach. That was kind of funny.
The Capital One post.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, that was kind of funny. That was not meant in bad spirit.
No, it was.
Yeah. Plus, they totally do it if they could get away with it. So.
Yeah, it was the someone put the picture of the demon with like the Dude Wipes logo on his chest.
I didn't see that one. I don't.
Oh
think I
yeah,
saw
it was
that
like
one.
it was the Bálor in the full paint, and he had like Dude Wipes logo on him.
That's pretty funny. I get it though. You know, I get the frustration with the ads. All right. Well, speaking of frustration with ads, okay. So and also running times. Okay, so I think the math ended up mathing that there was 83 minutes worth of ring time for matches.
Mhm.
You wanna include all the shenanigans that went on, you know, with Jelly Roll and McAfee before the main event, and that was about what was that, another 10 minutes? All right, fine. And I saw people complaining about 57 minutes worth of ads in a 4-hour broadcast. Okay, the average amount of ad time during a 1-hour show on a 1-hour network TV show is anywhere from 13 to 16 minutes. So you prorate that over 4 hours. That's anywhere from 52 to 64 minutes. So 57 minutes. That's like right in the middle there for a 4-hour broadcast. Okay. One of the other numbers that came out that was pretty interesting was 61 minutes worth of intros and entrances. Did we need that to be 61? That's just over an hour. Did we need that? Did we need I know it's Mania, but did we need to see Liv do her song and dance thing? I mean, that could have been done somewhere else. I mean, did we need to
Is
see
your bad decision or influence?
No, don't take away AJ's and those cute little baby ducklings skipping.
Bad
right,
advice.
but they could have that one they could have moved along. It's like just start skipping.
How
Everybody
dare
skip towards the ring, and then AJ brings up the rear. Let's not skip out and then stand there and wait. Just get going.
Steven just said, "Hurry up,
Steven.
Let's get going." Did we need
Steven, you need to be, as someone who's done senior night as a sports journalism guy and watched like 75 senior come out for football night, you need to be that person that organizes those, because make it run very smoothly and efficiently. Parents here, take your flowers and get the hell out.
Yeah, like we didn't need the history of Cody for however long that was. We know we got it already. We didn't need whatever that, you know. Well, the one that Randy just took forever fucking walking there.
Yeah,
you know,
tipping through this fucking pillow.
He's slow and has almost no mobility anymore. Let's just, I mean, you could have cut that down by like 2/3, and you know, either had these matches be a little bit longer, or even, you know, if you weren't going to mess with the run times there, maybe you could have fit in one more match. You know, here's another stat. I don't really give stats anymore, but here's one for you. Okay, the women's the Stephanie Liv match was just under 7 minutes. The Ivy Nile Maxine Dupree match that was on WWE main event a couple of weeks ago was almost 8 minutes. A main event match between, granted, one of the participants is show favorite Ivy Nile, you know, was a minute longer than the women's world title match at Mania. Are you kidding me?
Would not, but that's why I said that earlier. I agree with you, but if that match went 3 minutes over, people would bitch it's too long. I want women's matches to be longer. Again, Charlotte, Rhea, whatever Mania that was, the second Mania match was 23 minutes. I don't think any of these stories warranted a longer fucking match. I think everyone bitched that Becky AJ went too long. Again, I defend women's wrestling to the death on this show, but it was like, if any of these matches went any longer, I think the community would be the opposite direction.
People complaining it was too short, and if it went any longer, you'd have people complaining it was too long. There's no satisfying some people, especially this time of year. Just fucking make up your mind what you want and stick with it. You know, understanding that circumstances change, but Jesus, I mean, you know, let's just stop. But yeah, some of these matches needed to be longer. there was time that could have been shaved off. I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see what happens tonight, but we'll see. I mean,
Again,
if Brock's really in a hurry to get back on the plane and back to Canada, then as long as we get a good match out of it.
And it's interesting they had 3 women's matches last night and they only have 1 tonight. Like, I feel like you could have put maybe the tag match tonight.
I am still holding out hope that they find a spot for Iyo Asuka tonight. Not the women's U.S. title. I think that's that's a dead issue for Mania. But Iyo versus Asuka tonight, yeah, pop. I think they can make it, especially if they're going to have run times like they did yesterday. Yeah, you got room for that. Why not?
Yeah, Kat, I don't think he's allowed to anymore.
I'm looking at that on my phone and I can't read it.
Yeah, just said have Stone Cold drive everyone down to the ring.
She just said just have Stone Cold drive everyone down to the ring in a 4-wheeler.
Well, okay, but you got to keep him away from the beer if he's going to do that. Tell him he can drink after. Here's a whole truck full of beer. It's all yours.
I drank a beer.
Being a chauffeur for the night.
I drank another beer. 3 beers.
In case of the Undertaker's wine, since you seem to like that on his, on the show.
There is the promo background or the short of Pepsi Phil driving around Danhausen to get coffee.
That was pretty funny. It's great the way those two work together. Unfortunately, I don't see, at least as of now, where Danhausen is going to be high enough on the card that he'll be interacting with Punk on TV on a regular basis. Just these vignettes, little vignettes that they release online. But it's wonderful that they get along and that Punk's got a sense of humor about it like that.
Andrew said, give the lady from last year a helmet.
The helmet, yeah.
Right.
It is true.
And as far as tonight goes, like I said before, Oba and Brock should not be a squash either way. I know there's a lot of people screaming for Oba to just squash Lesnar. And then Lesnar disappears. Lesnar's not disappearing until at least SummerSlam. That's not even worth it to grind your gears away. I don't care for the guy either. Again, as long as he's going to be around, let's get some kick-ass short matches out of him. And I am hoping, and I actually think this is going to be one. I used to think, I think somebody said in the chat that, Brock kind of has to win if they're going to go into the Gunther storyline long term with him. And I used to agree with that. I still kind of agree with it, but now I can see a situation where Oba wins and then Brock has this, well, for him, it would be a crisis of confidence. It wouldn't be a crisis of confidence if you or I were having one. But it would be Brock's version of it, however that would manifest itself. And then it's all of a sudden, well, am I the guy I used to be, et cetera? And then Gunther smells blood in the water and, I'm going to retire him. But that's going to play out, over 4 months and be very spotty in the timeline. He's going to, because Brock's going to come and go like he does. And, we may not even see Brock again till July and just hear him referred to. Okay. But, again, that's if the rumors are true. But that's the one I'm looking forward to. And I think that's going to be pretty funny that my brother's going to be watching it in my father's room. My father unable to go anywhere if he's awake. That's going to be pretty funny. I wish I could be there for that.
Old school watching your parents' room.
Yeah. And I think you're going to get some good action tonight, even if they don't add an extra match. I think you have more breathing room to have better, longer, better and longer matches. I thought the in-ring action yesterday was pretty decent. I wouldn't call it fantastic, but it was pretty good. And now let's see what they do today. But again, like I always say with these big cards, no matter who wins and no matter how it goes about, people are gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Very
People are
true.
gonna hate it no matter what happens. So, just incoming for that.
Yeah, that's fair. Steve, we'll let you go. Is that your last shot, or you want to take a last shot?
Just remember, in the end, folks, the manatees are never wrong. Just because we can't see how right they are right now, they will always be proven right in the end. The manatees will never be wrong.
Okay.
Steven.
Weird beard. Manatees.
I don't know if Lisa's agreeing with the manatee statement, but she's agreeing with Steven on something. All right, Nikki, let's get to a couple comments before we close down phone lines. Kat made a good point. She thinks the issue is people think PLE shouldn't have commercials. So that's a great question, because if you're paying for it, and now with all the streaming services, it's like kind of a million different hodgepodge of different things. But if you're paying for it, should there be commercials? I don't know. It's a great point, but there's also, I'm trying to think back of 90s Attitude Era pay-per-views like WCW, WWE, what was there? I feel like there was always something going. There's a Slim Jim something in the background.
Yeah, there was
maybe
always
skit,
more.
Not necessarily not a commercial, but more of an.
There was always you had the
way.
Stradex blimp, and you had the Slim Jim blimp, and there was a Snickers or a 1-800 collect because we were 1,000 years old. There was always more integrated stuff, but for them it felt like we have to take 10 minutes out, and I'm just we rewatched it this morning and it went to commercial. I was all right, well, I can flip the laundry because I'm not missing anything. Or last night I was all right, I'll go and it'll be fine because I'm not missing anything.
Just saying he hates the ads. He wants to get rich. I don't care how much money they're making. Unfortunately, that's the problem. So you need to fund talent salaries.
Again, how much merch we're fucking buying, the other. I don't know. I get you. Obviously, have to have advertisements. That I can again for what I do in real life. I get it. You need to promote your products. Having it 10 minutes of ads, but between matches to me is a little excessive.
Yeah,
but
because it's not a cable. It's not a cable or anything big. You're not expecting to see it that many ads. But yeah, I could go. You also need,
I get it.
Time to take a pee break in between matches too. So
again, and don't, Kat, looking at you, my love. Don't use your win matches as your pee breaks. Use a 10-minute commercial to pee.
And finally, Bill saying the entrances tonight will be longer than last night's. Demon Finn, yeah, great point. Rhea, Romans without even anything added.
We have a little music. We listen to a kind of a playlist before we go live for you all, and one of them has been the new Becky Lynch song. And when they were like, ah, and I was like, and they're
the Wonder Years, yeah,
the Wonder Years, and they're lip syncing, and he missed the beginning of it, and I just looked at you, and I was like, bye bye.
Yeah. Because they have, they have to with an arena that big.
But then,
not play live? You have to play to a backing track, but he just missed his cue bad.
But then, can I look back?
Because then he's pantomiming, screaming at her down the stage, which looks.
I know, and it looks so. It looks so awkward. I was so and I was like, the Wonder Years. I screamed at you across the living room because we were sitting on opposite sides. I was like, oh my god! And then he missed it. I was like, oh no, they're lip syncing. But then I'm thinking back when Rhea had her people. Lisa, you correct me every time. The band that does Rhea's music that counted her out or sang her out when she defeated Charlotte, weren't they live? Or they're just real better at lip syncing?
No, I
or maybe have more cocktails.
Like Punk at
Punk had that was live.
That was live. Living Color. Yeah.
Most listen. Wait, thank you, Lisa, baby. I know you got me every time. But to me, that sounded cooler and better than last night.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got caught. He thought Bill thought his stream was behind, but he was.
Yeah, I was like, no, because I was like, oh, and then it was like the man has come around, and then he grabbed the mic, and I was like, oh no, you were supposed to. At least I get maybe pantomiming if you can't do the stadium, which makes no fucking sense to me. But at least have him scream, "The man has come around."
Wait, Bill, I don't wonder if we'll get Nickelback tonight. Who's Nickelback?
Well, they just had the Raw music.
Yeah. So then, yeah, I don't see why they would be here unless they do someone's theme.
Well, we're gonna get Joe Jonas.
Yeah, Joe Jonas.
So
You were burning up for him.
I missed the whole when they became a thing, I was too old to be about them.
Fair enough.
They played their song for a cake cutting song, even though that's not the song I requested.
Oh, they are the main song? I guess they are the main song. I mean,
I thought it was Youngblood covering Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith.
I don't think so. I still don't think that they'll be there tonight because they did America the Beautiful. Did they do America the Beautiful last night?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Now that Frank's gone, they do America the Beautiful one night, and then they do the national anthem the next night. So apparently Joe Jonas is supposed to do the national anthem. They had their beautiful choir saying America the Beautiful last night. And I was like, why don't you just have like a local church group and have these like beautiful like baritone voices just saying? I don't need Joe Jonas.
Time for one last question before we go.
One last.
Chester's throwing in chat. What are your thoughts on Demon Bálor Dom being a street fight, and also Judgment Day ladies have a role in it? Roxanne helping Bálor and turning on them. I can't see like we talked about it earlier. I can't see.
I agree with him.
Demon Bálor with Roxanne though. Like I don't want the Demon having anyone with him. That's where I get. Look, I see the whole rest of Judgment Day, especially now as a street fight, getting involved. But Nikki, what do you think?
Well, you said I sort of agree with you that like the Demon doesn't need people because it's the Demon, but Finn, the person, is the one that brought Roxanne into the Judgment Day. So could she feel something about Finn the Demon, whatever, to help him protect him? I really don't like the stipulation on this, to be honest. I rather just say, again, the history is there. They 400 years in the Judgment Day. Like I turned you into this bearded, mustachioed man that you become.
You became the dirty Dom.
I made you the dirty Sanchez of us all. Like
you were just a sub. Now you're a Dom. Nobody.
Well, nope.
Yeah. Nobody.
I don't know, but I'm sure they're gonna get involved. They got involved with Liv. Is Liv gonna come out and help her Dom?
That'll be interesting. We shall see. We shall see, Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this has been a fun one, Nikki. We are back here, just so everyone knows.
Yes.
6 Eastern tomorrow. I try to break it up and right.
Yeah, so we'll be back here at 6 o'clock. I have to go into the office tomorrow, so it's be real fun. I'll be
back home
crawling into the office and then trying to crawl back. I have a 2 o'clock, so that's terrible. But we're here to talk about everything that happened tonight and predict what's going to happen. Again, the Raw after Mania is always banana pants.
Who returns?
So who returns? Who debuts? Who's going to have their Page moment? But you need to be back here with us at the bar and tell us what you're thinking, what you're drinking.
Yes, so it's going to be a fun one. Tomorrow at 6, so 2 hours before Raw starts. So we're recapping tonight and tomorrow. So same as always, call-ins, all that fun stuff, comments read all throughout the show. Before you get out of here, make sure you smash the old like and subscribe if you haven't already. But Nikki, until next time, you do not have to go home. Because I grabbed my
but you have to go watch WrestleMania Night 2. Watch it.